This is an away game played in the name of passion. It is a journey of growth and self-challenge. Today, the children step out of their familiar school grounds and into a professional basketball club, stepping onto a court that is unfamiliar yet brimming with excitement to face a friendly match filled with uncertainty and challenges. There are no familiar classrooms or playgrounds, no cheers from classmates, only teammates fighting side by side, a coach giving calm instructions, and family members who have accompanied them every step of the way. With basketballs on their backs, their eyes fixed with determination, and their strides steady, these young figures arrived with courage and conviction, fighting for their passion, seeking growth and giving their all to push beyond their limits. The professional basketball club's arena was brightly lit with pristine floors, every sideline was sharply defined, and every inch of the court exuded a competitive spirit. For the children, this was a brand new environment, an unfamiliar battlefield, and the ultimate stage to test the fruits of their training, far from their familiar surroundings, facing unknown opponents, and bearing the pressure of playing on the road. Not a single one showed any sign of fear or hesitation. On the sidelines, the coach calmly observed and strategized, ensuring the children were fully prepared for the game. The parents waited quietly, their eyes filled with trust and anticipation, offering the warmest support and the strongest source of strength for their children. At this moment, the game was not just about winning or losing, but about courage, perseverance, and independence. With the referee's whistle, the ball was tossed and the players jumped. The first quarter officially began. The young players on both teams quickly got into the game, and the atmosphere instantly became tense yet electric. The basketball arcs through the air, and a battle erupts in an instant. Tiny figures dart across the court, their footsteps urgent, their eyes focused, every movement brimming with seriousness and dedication. Playing on an unfamiliar club court, the children must quickly adapt to the pace, the physicality, and their opponent's style of play, and the pressure hits them head-on from the very start. In the opening stages, the home team quickly demonstrated a clear advantage. Familiar with the court and the environment, their teamwork was smoother, their offense more decisive, and they controlled the overall tempo exceptionally well. The opponents passed the ball quickly and moved aggressively, using their familiarity with the court to constantly find open spaces. Their drives, passes, and shots flowed seamlessly, allowing them to take control of the game almost immediately. Whether through perimeter ball movement or drives to the basket, the opponents displayed consistent performance, scoring repeatedly as the lead gradually widened. Facing our defense, they attacked with power and clear rhythm, continuously extending their advantage. The momentum swung in their favor from the very start, leaving our young players facing an uphill battle and a massive challenge right from the opening tip. An unfamiliar court, a formidable opponent, a deficit on the scoreboard, and a defensive situation. All this pressure fell squarely on these children, playing on the road without the comfort of a familiar environment. They faced a dominant opposing team. Yet despite this, not a single one gave up, and not a single one panicked. The children gritted their teeth, stayed focused, and their eyes still sparkled with a refusal to accept defeat. On the sidelines, the coach calmly directed the team, constantly reminding them of defensive positioning and movement routes, using clear instructions to steady their nerves. The parents watched silently every time their child sprinted with all their might. Their hearts ached, and they offered strength through their silent support. In this professional basketball club, the young players were engaged in a true battle of wills. True passion fears no unfamiliar court. True courage fears no formidable opponent. From the very start, the first quarter descended into high intensity, fierce competition. Every offensive and defensive play was charged with tension, and every battle for the ball was exceptionally intense. The opponents held the upper hand, riding a wave of momentum. They drove relentlessly with the ball, attempting to tear through the defense with a faster pace and stronger physicality. Facing this fierce onslaught, our young players showed no fear. They quickly lowered their centers of gravity, spread their arms wide, and kept their eyes locked on both the opponent and the ball, building a defensive wall with the most tenacious resolve. The competition on the court was fierce, with frequent physical collisions and rapid footwork. Their small bodies persisted and sprinted relentlessly through the high-intensity battle. They did not retreat because they were trailing, did not cower in the face of the opponent's strength, and certainly did not lose their fighting spirit simply because they were playing on the road. Every time they contested a position, they gave it their all. Every time they blocked a shot, they didn't give an inch. Every time they faced an opponent, they displayed a determination and tenacity beyond their years. Sweat trickled down their foreheads, soaking their jerseys and dampening their hands. Yet the children's eyes remained resolute, and their movements remained decisive. On the club's professional court, they demonstrated through their genuine struggle what it truly means to never give up. Just as the opponent was maintaining constant pressure, their offense was at its peak, and the tension in the arena was at its highest. A thrilling steal suddenly happened. Our young player remained calm and composed, fully focused, closely tracking the opponent's dribbling rhythm, and patiently waiting for an opening. As the opponent dribbled quickly, changed direction, and accelerated, the moment the ball left their fingertips, the young player pounced like a cheetah, with precise judgment, lightning-fast reflexes, and decisive action. Clean, crisp, decisive and powerful. A perfect steal instantly disrupted the opponent's offensive rhythm and instantly ignited the team's morale. The ball was snatched cleanly in one fluid motion without a moment's hesitation. This was not merely a beautiful defensive play, but a counterattack fueled by conviction. It was not just a highlight reel moment but the most powerful response in the face of a deficit. On an unfamiliar club court, under the pressure of playing away against the wind, and with the opponents holding the upper hand, this steal was particularly inspiring. On the sidelines, the coach instantly nodded in approval and the parents couldn't help but burst into enthusiastic applause. This was the youngster's moment of glory, the brightest light shining against the odds. After the steal, the young player quickly drove up the court, propelled by the team's courage and an unyielding spirit. In that moment, all the pressure turned into motivation, and all their perseverance was rewarded, even though the opponents still held the upper hand, even though the score remained behind, and even though they were on an unfamiliar away court. This single steal showed everyone, these kids won't give up easily, they won't back down. Every minute of the first quarter was played at high intensity and a fast pace. The opponents maintained their steady performance, continuing to control the game with tight defense and organized offense. Yet under this relentless pressure, our young players gritted their teeth and persevered. Not a single one complained of fatigue, not a single one slowed down. Every time they retreated on defense, they sprinted with all their might. Every time the opponent shot, they fought to disrupt the shot. Every time the ball was contested, they bravely charged forward. Through their actions, they proved that true strength isn't about never falling behind, but about daring to fight even when behind. True courage isn't about never feeling fear, but about choosing to move forward despite it. In this professional basketball club, the meaning of the game has long transcended mere victory or defeat. Here, the children adapt to unfamiliar environments, learn to face pressure independently, learn to stay calm when trailing, and learn to remain resilient in the face of competition. On the sidelines, the coach remained fully focused throughout, getting the players with experience and patience, never impatient, never critical, but always conveying calmness and confidence. Parents stay by their side throughout, supporting their children with their gaze and applause. In this moment, the score is no longer the most important thing. What matters is that the children are fighting, persevering, growing, and breaking through. The small basketball bounces, passes, and darts across the club's court bear witness to the youth's sweat and their transformation. In the first quarter, we saw the pressure of playing on the road, the advantage held by the opponents, and the intense high-stakes competition. But above all, we witnessed that crucial steal that ignited the entire arena and lifted everyone's spirits. Falling behind did not crush them, the pressure did not intimidate them, and the unfamiliar surroundings did not deter them. Instead, it made them more united, more resilient, and braver. The basketball is small, but the dreams are big. The figures are small, but the energy is immense. In this quarter, we witnessed the most precious qualities of these young players: fearless against strong opponents, unafraid of playing on the road, unflinching in the face of adversity, and unpanicked when trailing. They proved their courage through physical play, their conviction through steals, and their passion through perseverance. In a professional basketball club, on an unfamiliar court, and against formidable opponents, they did not choose to retreat, they chose to rise to the challenge. The whistle blew, signaling the end of the first quarter. Though they trailed on the scoreboard and the opponents still held the advantage, the children showed no discouragement and did not hang their heads. They wiped the sweat from their faces, high-fived one another, and offered encouragement, their eyes still burning with a refusal to accept defeat. For they knew the game was not over, their passion was not